If you're calling final expense leads for face-to-face sales and all you're getting is voicemail after voicemail, hang-ups, or prospects like shutting you down in the first few seconds, this video is going to help you immediately. This is one of the most common frustrations that I hear from agents, especially newer agents, but even experienced ones who kind of feel like something just isn't clicking on the phone. Today I'm going to walk you through a final expense phone script that consistently gets appointments booked without sounding pushy, awkward, or scripted. Remember guys, this is not about pressure. This is not about fooling or tricking people. This is about understanding the real purpose of that first call and controlling it the right way. And guys, check this out. If you'd like access to our Monday morning live sales training, just register through the link above or below the video. And yes, please give the video a thumbs up, and we do suggest subscribing if you're a new viewer. The first thing you need to understand, and guys, this is really rule number one, is that the goal of your call is not to sell insurance or to qualify. Definitely not to qualify. I can't stress that enough. You got to understand, your job on the phone is, it's not to quote prices, not to explain products, and not to convince someone to buy anything. Your only real objective on that first call is to confirm that they did, in fact, request the information, to build just enough trust so they don't feel defensive, and to book your appointment. Unfortunately, when agents try to qualify, resistance goes up. We're talking like through the roof. And appointment bookings go way down. Prospects tend to get overwhelmed, especially the final expense ones. They feel pressured. They shut the conversation down immediately. When you shift your mindset from selling to setting an appointment, everything changes. And guys, if you'd like my appointment setting super file with multiple scripts for setting appointments, obviously, different types of leads too, stick around till the end of the video. I'm going to show you how to get this guy for yourself. Now, let's jump right in and talk about the opening, because honestly, the first 10 seconds of the call matter more than almost anything else you say. Tonality matters more than words here. Believe it or not, it really does. You don't need a fancy opener. You definitely don't need to sound like a telemarketer. Actually, that's the last thing you want. A simple, natural opening works best. Something like, "Hey, is this Janet?" Once they respond, you continue with, "Hey Janet, this is Doug Massi getting back to you about the information you requested on final expense burial coverage. Did I catch you at an okay time?" This works because it sounds normal. It assumes the conversation instead of asking permission to exist, and it doesn't put like them on the spot by, asking them if they remember filling out the form. Most people won't remember filling out the form, and forcing them to admit that creates unnecessary friction. Once they've actually acknowledged you, you need to set expectations immediately. And this is where real call control begins. You don't want to ramble. You don't want them wondering, like, where is this going? A simple line like, "This is only going to take about a minute. I just need to confirm a couple of things, and then we can see about setting a time." Sound fair? That does a lot of heavy lifting. If they say yes, which, by the way, most people do, you now have implied permission to lead the conversation. You frame the call as short, reasonable, and purposeful, and that alone reduces resistance. Next, you simply explain the reason for the appointment, and this is where most agents make like a critical mistake. They over-explain. You want to keep this simple and high level. You might say something like, "Well, Janet, the reason we meet is to see what you qualify for, go over the options, and help you decide if this makes sense for you. There's no obligation." That's it. Notice what's missing here? You're not talking about prices, specific products, carriers, underwriting scenarios. You're not asking them any of that. Your job on the phone, it's not to educate them fully. It's simply to, I want to say, create just enough curiosity and clarity so that meeting with you feels logical and safe. Now comes the part where most agents freeze up, asking for the appointment. And this is where confidence really matters. You never ask, "Would you like to meet?" because that invites a yes or no decision, and no is going to be easier than anything. Instead, you assume the appointment and you give two choices. For example, Janet, I've got availability on Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning. Which works best for you? Think about it. This keeps you in control and makes the decision simple. They're not deciding whether to meet, they're deciding when. And yes, of course you're going to get some pushback. That's normal. When someone says, "Can you just tell me over the phone?" you don't argue. You calmly respond with something commonsensical like, "Well, I could, but I'd be guessing." This way I can be accurate and totally save you time, Janet. And if they say they're busy, you acknowledge it and you redirect by saying something like, "No problem. Just so you know, it only takes a few minutes. Would earlier or later be better?" If they ask you to send something, they love to say send something in the mail, you can say, "I can, but it's just going to be generic." This way, we're going to look at what actually applies to you specifically. You're not shutting them down, you're reframing the value of the appointment. Once they agree to a time, you confirm it and close the call cleanly. Something like, "Great, Janet, so we're set for Tuesday at 2. Do me a favor, please write this down on your calendar and I'll see you then." When they agree, you thank them and you hang up. You don't keep talking. Short, professional, done. Dragging the call out after the appointment is set is only going to increase the chances of second guessing and get them to back out. One last thing. Whatever script you're using, follow it. I can't say enough about this. Going off script is really, I want to say, most likely the main killer for most agents. You think you're making it better, but you're most likely going to just hurt yourself and everything that you're trying to apply. Guys, if you want more appointment setting scripts, follow-up systems, and live breakdowns, make sure you subscribe. For a copy of the appointment setting super file that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. For more information on working with us on our inbound consumer-initiated calls, these things are awesome. Just shoot me an email at that same address. As always, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now, get out there and whatever happens, make sure that you do something good for someone else today. Happy hunting.